What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Blue Steel Sierra. If you're new here, my name is Dom and this is my 2015 GMC Sierra. So in my last video I talked a little bit about my phase 1 plan for this truck. There's going to be multiple phases of this build until my truck has finally become what I've always hoped it would be. So I figured in today's video we'd take a step back and talk about where the truck currently sits, everything I've done to it, and what I like, what I don't like, and where I want to take this build from here. Because even though the truck still looks fairly stock to most people, there's been actually a pretty decent amount of work done to it already. I've had this truck for a little while now, and like most vehicle owners, once you own something long enough, you start changing the little things here and there to kind of make it your own, and one modification turns into another, and before you know it, you got a full build planned out in your head. And honestly, that's pretty much where I've been at right now with this vehicle. The first thing that most people notice about my truck are the wheels. Right now I'm running Fuel Zephyr wheels, and honestly I couldn't be happier with how they look. I think they fit the truck perfectly. They're aggressive without being over the top, and compared to the factory wheels, they completely change the appearance of the truck. I still remember putting them on for the first time and thinking the truck looked like a completely different vehicle. It's crazy how much simple wheel change can transform the entire personality of the truck. Now eventually these wheels are going to be paired with a lift and some larger tires, but even right now I think they look pretty good. Moving under the hood, one of the first modifications I did was install a cold air intake. And honestly, I think most truck owners will agree with me when I say that cold air intakes aren't always about making huge horsepower gains. For me, it was more about the sound. I love hearing the truck breathe, hearing the intake noise when you get on the throttle, and it just makes the whole driving experience a lot more enjoyable. Does it make a night and day difference in performance? Probably not, but every time I drive the truck I notice it, and that's what matters to me. Another area I've upgraded is the lighting. I've changed out both the front and rear lights, and I've also upgraded the bed lighting. And if you own one of these trucks, you probably already know that the factory lighting leaves a lot to be desired, especially at night. The upgraded lights made a huge difference. Not only does the truck look a lot more modern, but visibility at night is so much better, and the lighting, the bed lighting is one of those modifications that doesn't sound that exciting until you actually use it. It's one of those things where after you install it, you wonder why you didn't do it sooner, whether you're looking for something at night, looking for tools, or just grabbing something out of the bed. It's incredibly useful. But if I had to pick my favorite modification on the truck so far, I would probably say it's my exhaust setup. Right now, I'm running a Flowmaster Outlaw paired with BBK Shorties, and here's how it sounds. From the factory, these trucks are just way too quiet in my opinion, and I wanted to liven up the truck a little bit, make it sound a little more like a V8. And overall, I'm definitely happy with the setup. The truck sounds much more aggressive than stock, especially on cold starts and when you really get on it. That being said, I don't think it's perfect, but my goal for this truck has always been to have something that sounds really aggressive. I want that cammed, choppy, old-school muscle truck sound. And while BBK Shorty headers definitely improved the sound a little bit, they didn't change much as I originally expected. You can hear the difference, usually only at higher RPMs, but it's still not exactly where I want it to be. So that's definitely an area I might revisit later on as the build progresses. Maybe some long tubes, maybe a cam, maybe both, we'll see. I also installed a OBD device that disables my AFM. Pretty simple mod, but if you've owned one of these 5.3 trucks for any amount of time, you've probably heard about all the stories surrounding AFM. Some people never have issues, some people do, but for me, I wanted to keep the truck in V8 mode at all times to hopefully avoid some of those potential issues down the road. Plus, let's be honest, the truck just feels and sounds better staying in V8 mode. So that's pretty much where the truck sits currently, and honestly, as much as I enjoy driving it now, this is really just the beginning still. I've got some pretty big plans for this truck. Like I said in the first video, one of the first things I want to do before spending serious money is going through the frame and dealing with any rust issues. Living in Michigan, rust is just a part of life, and I'd rather spend money on protecting the truck now than regretting it later. Once that's taken care of, phase 1 of the plan will officially begin, and as I said in the last video, phase 1 is going to include a BDS 6-inch lift with Fox 2.5 suspension. I think that's going to completely change not only the appearance of the truck, but also how it drives. I've already got the wheels, and once the lift goes on with a more aggressive tire setup, I think the truck is definitely gonna finally look like how I've always envisioned it. Along with the bigger tires I originally told you guys about, I was planning on running 35s with 4.10 gears, but lately I've been thinking about stepping it up a little bit to 37s and possibly going with 4.56 or even 4.88 gears instead. I'm still going back and forth on it, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. After that, I want to move into some off-road recovery upgrades, things like a road armor front bumper, a winch, upgraded lighting, and this doesn't really have to do with recovery at all, but eventually maybe a Type RS hood just to make it look a little more aggressive. The interior is another area that I really want to transform. I still like the interior on these trucks, but compared to the newer trucks, it definitely feels a little dated. So eventually I want to add a larger touchscreen, possibly a digital cluster, definitely upgraded audio, and possibly cat skin seats, and convert the entire headliner to black. Whether I get OEM parts and replace them all, or paint everything myself and stain the headliner. Basically, I want the interior to feel like a modern luxury truck while still keeping that factory look. And then of course we have power. This is honestly where I'm still undecided. Originally, I was dead set on doing a Whipple supercharger. The idea of having a supercharged Sierra sounds amazing, but lately I've also been thinking about going in a completely different direction and doing a built LS3 crate engine swap. Both options sound awesome to me, but the Whipple would probably be simpler and keep the original engine of the truck. But a built LS3 would definitely be something pretty unique. So I'm honestly curious what you guys think. Would you rather see a Whipple supercharged 5.3, or would you rather see a full LS3 swap? Let me know down in the comments, because I'd really like to hear what you guys think. At the end of the day, this build isn't going to happen overnight, and honestly, I don't want it to. Half the fun in building a truck piece by piece is seeing it evolve over time. It's not always the destination, it's the journey. So I'm excited to document this entire process and bring you guys along for the journey. So if you've enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you want to follow the build, I'll catch you guys in the next one.